Once again playing Dark Souls. Today we will be doing the episode for Sen's Fortress that was kind of lost in recording. So sadly I won't be able to show a boss fight. I believe I talked more about this in detail late in a different part, last part specifically. Anyhow, Sen's Fortress, it has traps, it has snake people, and no, that's about it. It has traps, wants you to be careful, and we're going to try and get everything that I know of. First order of business, however, is to equip the land shark ring, aka the rusted iron ring. The reason being is that there are titanite demons down here. And this tar will slow you down. Ow. God damn it, stop that. Alright. There are, the snake wizards over there, so we're gonna want to run. And we have another titanite demon over here guarding some treasure. Stop that! I don't like it when you jump. There we go. See, much better. We get really freaking lucky. You got their Titanite catch clause, which is like a 1% chance to drop. You get the Soul of a Brave Warrior, the Demon Titanite associated with Titanite demons, and a Scythe, which I've never actually used, so I'm not sure what I can say about it. Now over here is going to be the hardest part, because there's two Titanite demons. Which basically means if he decides to jump, we just have to wait for him to come over here. Okay, doing good. Ow! No idea what hit me. Oh shit. Fuck. I believe over here is a safe spot you can heal from. The lizard wizards can't see you, and the Titanite demons can't hit you with their lightning. It'll just clip the wall. Fuck. This makes things much trickier. Especially since I don't have like some type of ranged option outside of Fireball, which is gonna put me in danger of being just swatted aside. Okay, what the hell? I'm blocking. I have no idea why their tail is just going straight through my shield. But sometimes you just have no freaking choice. And it only does 47 damage. Okay. I'm not sure if I'll be able to. Yeah, I won't. I don't have the strength. Ow. Roll for safety! Yeah, you see it gets clipped. They may be able to hit you, but I've never seen it, so... Damn it. I knew he was gonna try and jump, so I was thinking that because it'd make it more vulnerable to damage, a heavy would kill it. Damn it! Fucking hell. Well, at least we tried. I don't think they drop anything special, they just drop demon cyanide, so... Since we're not gonna probably need them, it's just... Got one hit point and then just get one-shotted. Those two demons are much more manageable if you have an effective ranged attack, which we do not in the slightest. And you can parry these guys. They're one of the few enemies that look like you can't, that doesn't seem like you can parry, but you can. They have pretty high poise, so if you're not like going around with a great sword, actually I think you may need an ultra great sword like I have. By the way, that cage is actually a shortcut. It's the one I used to get here from the end of the Sen's Fortress. I'm just gonna send it back up. Oh, there's something I forgot. The tar pit has the way out has an item. I forgot about that. Good thing I remembered. If you climb up this ladder, at a very slow pace. Well, I guess to be fair, we're in heavy armor. Not heavy armor, just heavy-ish armor. Here's the way down, however, this wall is obviously a fake. You can't actually break it by rolling into it, you have to attack it. I guess they made that specific change so, because people would get in the habit of just rolling into illusionary walls. And it's like, oh, no, it didn't. I think it's the only illusionary wall like that, but I could be wrong. And we see a giant. This is the guy that pulled the chain that opened Sen's Fortress. If he does that, he gets tired. Just stay away from him. And 1.4k-ish, I think. Just bash his head in. Bash his head in. He's dead. And our reward is a Titanite chunk. That'll be useful for upgrading this Zweihander further into ridiculous territory. Drop, roll. And now we can go through this. Good thing I remembered that. Run, run, run. And it's back down here again. There we go. Maybe I just didn't do it right. Now then, here's probably the second hardest part of Sen's Fortress. There we go. It's not too bad as long as you know how to time your rolls, but still probably the second hardest in my opinion. We'll see the first one later. Attack! I fucked that up. However, he opened the way. And there's a bunch of cages here. If you have the master key, you can't open these without the cage key, which is required, and I have. If you have an intelligence of 15, he will sell you pretty good sorceries at pretty exorbitant prices, but they're pretty much the best you can get without following his quest line. And you get a soul of a hero. However, we can't really use those magics because we're dumber than a sack of retarded puppies. Like, way dumber, like 60% dumber. It'd be pretty hard to get dumber than that. Over here, I may have turned it off and now it's not going this way. I think I did. Normally there should be a boulder rolling about. What's coming up here? Alright, we can deal with it later. That's how Doom do things. Do it later. Attack! Over here is a chest with, I don't know. I forgot. You can figure it out in your own playthrough, hopefully. However, if you drop down here, you can get the Shotel. I'm so glad I missed the jump when I was recording this. Initially. So I guess I wasn't technically recording it, but when I was attempting to do the first part of Sen Fortress. By the way, if you have not exited Sen's Fortress yet, or have killed him, Sigmire of Katarina will be here. You can also parry that jump attack, by the way, but it's a bit tricky. However, I've already talked to him and stepped foot into Anor Londo because I thought I was recording. So he's no longer here. Basically says maybe you should roll past the boulders or whatnot. Nah, his head was spinning, he's stuck. Stuff like that. Now then, be cautious. There's the thingy that shoots arrows here, and there's an enemy over here. So unlike the other cases of this where you can use the trap to kill it, well, I guess you can do that. Most of the time he'll actually just try and hit you with like his stab, or just jump over. By the way, here's a boulder trap you cannot turn off as far as I'm aware. Boop. I have zero idea how to get that item. I have tried finding it, tried to for a while and just couldn't find a way. Over there was the covetous gold serpent ring, which I have here. Boosts item discovery. I should probably change my ring. Which I think Ring of the Evil Eye would be better. Here, over here would be a chest. However, it's a mimic, and if you open it, it'll try and eat you. So kill it. For here is an elevator. By the way, on this elevator, you want to get it off on the first stop because the second stop is a ceiling of spikes, which may or may not kill you. Since we're decked out in pretty heavy armor, I don't think it would kill me, even if though I'm injured, but I'd rather not lose all of my health. Here is the boulder trap. It's going down there. Wait a second. going down there. Is this how you get the item, maybe? And I guess it is not a different one. Oh, I think that's it then. I'll just fail completely. Platforming is not my strong suit. But at least I discovered how to get the item. That's a first. Oh, come on! I swear I'm getting like a pretty good landing, but nope, just slide straight off. Guess I have to do it like directly over. No, I'm just getting pushed. Large soul of proud knight. Alright, looks like we're gonna do some exploration, it seems. We're over... Here was one of the Titanite demons, I believe. Keywording, I believe. We get Slumbering Dragon Crest Drink. I believe you actually get that if you kill Griggs. For some reason. It makes you silent, I believe. I guess we need to go over here then. Oh, just barely. Alright then. Rusted iron ring. Let's try this again. Come on. You know, you think with all this extraneous activity, he'd be able to just shoot up a ladder? Because, I mean, the guy runs everywhere, and he also swings a massive sword at everything he sees. I'm pretty certain at the... Okay, I don't know why it's keep coming down. And yeah, you think at this point, this guy would basically be a freaking Olympian with how much he performs an activity. Fuck. Just doing a massive swinging axe to the side and only lose like half a bar. Jeez. Yeah, these traps are more dangerous because of the fall damage. Alright. Let's get going. By the way, when Sigmire says he should try rolling, it's kind of a hint that if you roll at the correct time, you should be able to actually avoid being pushed back by the boulder. You'll still take damage, but it's probably less and probably doesn't... Oh, shit. I'm pretty sure this is set that if you just keep running towards it, you'll actually get hit, guaranteed. I've never been able to run the firing speed, so we're gonna have to go the long way, it seems. However, that gave me a freaking heart attack. Actually, it didn't. Actually, if my understanding of heart attack causes are correct, since I am both young-ish and not exactly unhealthy in the sense of having heart problems, I should be completely immune to any and all heart attacks. Mwahahahaha. I mean, I don't understand how heart attacks work that well, but I remember, but I thought it was something like you had to be either old or have heart problems. then. Come on. I just keep getting slided down, really. This is just... God damn it. It's kind of annoying how you just seem to just slide down. Okay, we went to over here, so we go over here. And we get the Black Sorcerer Clothes, which is what Griggs wear, and the Sorcery Hutch, which has the same effect as the Slumbering Dragon Crest Ring. Since Griggs uses all of them, and they're all used by a group of effectively assassins and spies, you can put 2 to 2 together, 3 to 3 together, I guess. Alright, with that we can go over here and continue on to the rest of Sen's Fortress. When I was recording this, I accidentally stepped too far and took like 2 arrows before I realized it. And then I said something along the lines of, you know, if these arrows were so powerful to kill me in 3 shots without even hitting any of my vital organs, because they all hit my arm, I'm pretty certain they'd take off my arms. Anyhow, there's some lizards here. I recommend you just bum rush the female one so you can fight the others on the bridge. You know, you shall not pass and all that nonsense. I think these snake enemies have enough poise that they aren't actually being stun locked by the Zweihander. They're just getting pancaked, which I don't believe is actually reliant on poise. It's just hit something hard enough with an overhead attack and it'll be pancaked. Okay, here's the most dangerous part in Sen's Fortress. Fuck. Oh, come on. And we're dead. Case in point. Let's try this again. Let's see, would we be fast rolling? Nope. Alright. Chlorpanthy ring. At least I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure what chlorpanthy means, but I assume it means something. Yes, I assume something means something. Doom logic at its finest. Excuse me. Kill you. You can also run past him a bit and have him get knocked off, but whatever. I've actually found that if you try and block it, it'll just push you into the trap. So it's better to poise tank or just tank or dodge roll. No, I thought that was an item, just someone dying. Just kind of fell off, I guess. Attack and attack. Wait, there's a boulder over there already. Roll, run. Made it. Elevator. Do 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 do. Over here. Let us taunt the boulder. Okay. Now then, let us try and get right where we left in some way. Ow. I did not mean to do that, I just didn't think I'd get hit. Oh well. Alright. This part is actually deceptively easy in my book. Not hard in the slightest. Pancaked. That jump attack goes deceptively far, so be a bit cautious. Just pancake him though, in midair too. Style points. I don't get about him. If you have a ranged option, it's actually not hard to knock the snake off. Actually, I've done it many times. However, we don't have a good ranged option, so we're just gonna poise tank it. Over there is actually how you get to it. However, I have no time. By the way, there'd normally be a fog wall here if you weren't backtracking. Now then, over here is the first bonfire of Sen's fortress, and the only one for that matter. Repair, 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 repair. Level up. No, can't do. Let's go. You'd also probably have fireballs raining down above you if you weren't backtracking, however. They're pretty poor shots, so you should be fine. Now over here is another Barrenkite Knight. We haven't seen one of these since Undead Parish. One shot. Two shot. If you go down here, and normally there'd be a guy named Undead Prince Ricard here who would try and kill you because he's hollow, and you can kill him for his rapier, a divine blessing, which is in this chest, and a rare ring of sack, which is in this chest, I believe. However, since we're backtracking, he's dead. And those have been looted by me, because I'm a greedy bastard that will probably never use either of those items, in fact. Actually, I can think of one situation where I would use a rare ring. Now, then we go over here. You can make this jump if you're medium rolling. I'm not sure if you're fat rolling. I think you could, but you'd have to do it right off the edge. Over here is the Crestfallen Merchant. He's a douche. He sells nice things. However, I don't think anything he sells is that helpful. He's kind of overly specific. I believe he sells a great sword, the Katarina armor, large Titanite shards, which you could farm pretty easily in Blighttown, and the Balder armor. Over here is where you'd get the cage key and lose an unreasonable amount of health because you should not have been hit. Anyhow, so you're probably going to want to go over there to pick that up. You're also going to be one at full-ish health because we're going to take a drop actually. So I guess I should do that before I forget. Because when we go to the bridge, we're actually going to want to fail to jump in purpose. See? Failed. Because there's item over here. It's a sniper crossbow. And don't worry, fall damage is percent based. So as long as you're full health, you should be fine. Over here's a Boulder Knight. We haven't seen those since Undead Parish. I actually personally have a theory that Baronkite Knights are basically promoted Balder Knights. Because the Balder Knights only show up with Baronkite Knights. And here I believe would be the Flame Stoneplate Ring. Which is basically the ground type ring. Grants you resistance to fire attacks. In my opinion, anything that grants resistances is not worth it in this game because you only have 2 ring slots. They were a lot better in Dark Souls 2 and 3 where you had 4 though. That's just my opinion though, so make of it what you will. Then we're going to want to backtrack. By the way, you can jump off the bridge, that giant over there. He's the reason there's an unlimited amount of balls for the contraption. You can go over there and free Logan that way. However, you then have to backtrack. Over there is a complete dead end. Over here would be where the cage elevator is. And there's a crossbow guy over here, so and we're in the boss, pre-boss room. Over there is actually the boss room. Now then, before you go fight the Iron Golem boss, at least I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Core of the Iron Golem. You're going to want to go over here and kill the giant that's throwing those fireballs. Because he'll throw them at you while you're fighting the Iron Golem. And if you're having issue with the Iron Golem, you can go forward to Tarkus to summon him if you're human. Tarkus should be able to solo the Iron Golem similar to Beatrice. Once you can defeat the Iron Golem, this Ring of Light will spawn. And if you examine it, you get kidnapped. And due to your cutscene incompetence, you can't kill your assailants. However, due to being so heavy, they drop us here. And if you ever need to go back, you can talk to them. Because who doesn't love being kidnapped, apparently, in this world? And we are in Anor Londo. I think everyone should have a nice day. For Doom is signing out. Goodbye.